Hi guys. So I hope you are all having a wonderful today's Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it feels like Sunday for some reason.
Yep.
So weird. Um Hope you're all having a wonderful Saturday night. I know that Wellers has been having a good night, from what I've heard. It is loud up in here. Well, it's quiet now, but oh, geez, that was obnoxious. Uh, so I kind of want to talk about something that has kind of impacted my life a lot, and that would be my hair. And honestly, I think that, my hair has been through a lot with me, and well, I should just get to the point. Um, I chopped off 13 inches of my hair almost 3 years ago. I think two and a half, yeah, almost 3 years ago. And it was right when I started college. It was the summer after I graduated high school. And my hair was a little bit longer than actually it was down to here. Let's say down to here. And I was a big fan of long hair. I loved my long hair. It meant a lot to me. I was very attached to my hair, physically too. And corny joke that's probably been used a zillion times. So, the story of my hair, the endeavor. When I was, let's see, I got my hair cut off when I was 19. So during that time, it was September, October-ish of 2013. I was with my first love, and we were back together after, I don't know, we were off and on for 3-ish years, and we were back together for, I think, the second time. And he always had a thing for girls with like short pixie cuts. So during the time, I was a little bit self-conscious, mainly because I didn't really have the confidence to, love myself at that time. I put all of my effort into guys and dating and not being alone. So I was a little self-conscious, and I had a little confidence, self-esteem issues. So he really wanted me to cut my hair off. And being kind of naive and not really comfortable with who I was, and, putting all of my happiness into a guy, I decided to give him what he wanted, and I cut off my hair. So it was pretty crazy. I literally had an Emma Watson circa 2011 super short pixie cut. Like, all of it came off. And it's funny. My friend texted me saying, "Have you made any videos lately?" And I'm currently making one right now. Yeah. It was a very I wasn't really nervous about cutting it off. I was actually really happy, but at the same time it was a little bittersweet because I've been through a lot with my hair, and it was one of the things that I really liked about me physically, and one of the few things, to be honest. It was kind of like my trademark, and I had bangs. I had to get rid of my bangs with the pixie cut because it would look weird, and bangs were like my thing, and especially throughout the end of high school. But I remember sitting in that chair at the hair place, and the girl that was going to cut my hair off was just super excited because she loved doing pixie cuts. And she's like, "Are you nervous?" And I, sitting there with my little cup of tea, my coffee, whatever, I was like, "Oh, no, just cut it all off." And I had my video camera thing on my phone recording so I could document the removal of the hair. And she split my hair up. I had such long hair into 4 different ponytails and just cut it all off. And I was just like, "Oh my God, ah, my hair is off." And I literally felt like a new person after after it was all cut off, all 13 inches, and was sent to Locks of Love. And it's so weird. My hair was turned into a wig for somebody else. It's just kind of cool. Um, but yeah, I convinced myself that another reason that I cut my hair off wasn't just for a boy to like me more, but or to keep him around, but to donate it to people that needed hair. And I did, I did. But the main thing I think I did it for was for him, which was really dumb. But moving on, I rocked my hair. A lot of people liked it, and I really liked it. At first, I was a little indifferent. I mean, obviously, it was very strange, and I had to take a lot of getting used to, and I felt literally like I lost 10 pounds because my hair was like all gone, and it was so long. And the boyfriend at the time liked it a lot, and it's really stupid and kind of pathetic thinking about it, but I just did it for him. Like, I didn't really get anything from it until he broke up with me. So I cut my hair off, and 2 weeks later, the boyfriend, aka the first love, broke up with me. And you know how people say, like, oh, after a breakup, you should get a haircut because it's kind of like a revelation, starting a new chapter kind of thing. Or if you get a haircut, people automatically are usually like, oh my God, did you just go through a breakup? Like that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? And it's kind of funny because like I couldn't really get a haircut because it was all cut off. So I was like kind of stuck there. But it's so weird because with that guy and all the history that we shared, that time where I cut all of my hair off is like it documents one of the many breakups that we had. So my hair, the length that it is now, without cutting it at all, since October of 2013, it kind of marks the journey that I've gone through. Like the length that it is now is kind of like, how would I say it? A time marker, like document. I don't really know how to explain it, but I hope you understand what I mean nonetheless. It basically kind of like symbolizes, that's what I'm looking for, symbolizes all the time that has gone by and that it's been here and stuck with me through all of the crazy times in this roller coaster of my life. So I went through the awkward stages of the mullet, and anybody who has had a pixie cut knows the pains of the mullet. So what I like to think of is different things happened at different like lengths of my hair. I know that sounds kind of silly, but I guess I'm just really sentimental and those things are kind of important, and that's just how I take in the little things in life. So after he broke up with me, I had the pixie cut super short, and then there was a time where my hair started to grow a little bit and I could put it in a little mini ponytail, like a really super mini ponytail. And that was the time when I started seeing other people, and there were just certain, events that occurred when my hair was that length. Or there was that one time where I ran into my first love again at an event, and my hair, it had been 4 months since I chopped my hair off and he dumped me. And it had grown a little bit, and then that just kind of marks something. And then fast forward a couple months ahead, and I have now a mullet. And that was when I finished up my first year at UW Waukesha. Fast forward a little bit, I was in a relationship with somebody new, and they too also liked my short hair. But every time I think of that certain length that my hair was at, I always remember what exactly happened during those times. And I went through a lot during 2014 14. Ay, that was not really my year. But at the same time, um, I look back at pictures and I see myself with how short my hair was, and I always think about all the things that I went through during that time and how I put myself together, how I did my hair, all the bobby pins I had to use, all the styles I tried. I remember when I had a faux hawk. That was fun. That was fun. I remember actually after I cut my hair off and then he broke up with me, I decided to get my nose pierced and I just kind of like had this new attitude. So I just kind of wish that I would have gotten my hair cut for me and did it after he broke up with me, but that's kind of irrelevant. Because I always kept going back to said guy, and it would have been kind of cool if that was the last time, and then I just chopped my hair off, so I could kind of say, for me, that cutting the hair off is kind of like cutting off everything and leaving it in the past, just starting fresh and brand new. But at the same time, I'm kind of glad it didn't work that way because now I can look back at those certain events in my life in different chapters and sections and kind of like be reminded by what happened then, just because I can look back and see like how long my hair was at the time, or like where, I mean, in specific, there was a time where I could start putting my hair up in a ponytail, and that was a year from now. And certain things happened during that time, and I think it's kind of cool how comfortable you can feel in your skin and how much hair can play in that role. I guess I just get really sappy and sentimental with this stuff, and I guess hopefully the people that are watching this can kind of understand what I mean, especially if you went through it. But this has been the result of almost 3 years since I cut it off. I wish I could show you a picture of what my hair used to look like, but I haven't really mastered the technology of my MacBook Air to do that. So I think I'll probably find like a picture or something, but it was just super short. And I always tell myself that I kind of like regret cutting it all off, especially since I did it mainly for a guy to stay with me. I mean, that makes me sound kind of superficial or like shallow or something, or like I have no self-worth, but I think I'm glad I did it because I was so emotionally attached to my hair that cutting it all off taught me kind of how to kind of like love myself and see myself how everybody else saw me, kind of thing. Just kind of like do things for me and not for a guy, or not even just for that, but for like other people in general. And I guess people have to learn to live for themselves and not for anybody else. And I guess to sum it all up, I'm really happy that I was kind of stupid back then, because it made me who I am today. And I sometimes when I'm getting ready and I look at myself in the mirror, I see how long my hair has gotten, and it just is honestly a reminder of how far I've gotten in life. Because literally, it is like a journal on my body, I guess you could say. And I think that's kind of cool. And it's a reminder of how much time has passed. And I like that. I think it's really cool. So I guess this is just kind of a message I wanted to get out there. Kind of wanted to document it and see if anybody else kind of knows what I mean. Getting haircuts can be such a big deal to some people, and it can convey such a strong message to them. It's kind of like getting tattoos. having something that means a lot to you, you know, attached to you forever on your body, and it is a part of who you are, and there's a story there. There's always a story, I think, behind basically anything. I guess it's all how you look at it. But yeah, if you guys can kind of like relate to this video, then just leave comments or message me. I like hearing what other people have to say, so that is basically all. I don't know when I'm going to have another video up next. Probably in a couple days. I'll have to come up with something. But again, if you have any ideas, suggestions, requests, anything like that, just let me know. And I will see you all soon.